What's up, everybody? It's your boy Cappuccino behind the scenes here at 216 Creator Studios. Welcoming you to a new show, Connecting the Dots, with your host, Karen Owens. But first, hey, make sure you go to YouTube, 216 Creator Studios. Like, share, subscribe, ding that bell for the future notifications. That way you don't miss Karen Owens by the beats. Karen Owens is in the house. You know, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited
about you doing a podcast with us because you and I have been friends for a while now. And, you know, that's an interesting story in itself. I'll tell you what, why don't you start with talking about how we met?
How we met. It was a sunny day.
Long walks on the beach.
It was a sunny day in September. No, I don't remember that exactly, but we were both at a local gym.
Yep.
And I was supposed to be there for, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours. And the 3 or 4 hours I spent just talking to Drew and his wife.
Right. Out in front of the doors of the gym.
We didn't even make it in. I think I still had the bags. And I was like, you know what? I was going to talk to you too.
and you look fantastic for going to the gym. I still look the same. You know, I don't know how that happened. But it was just on a whim, right? We just started.
Yeah. We
have the
connected.
same personality for
we
that.
do. Yeah. We do. We connected. I learned about you being a chef.
Yep.
About just everything with you and your wife. It was awesome. It was great.
We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then we re-met through a chamber event. I think it was a one-on-one.
Yeah.
Right?
We had coffee.
Chamber, we had coffee.
Yeah.
We talked about a lot of likes and dislikes. And you know, one of the things that intrigued me about you, and I think this is kind of where this show goes, is you make a trip to Arizona and you go to these other events. Let's talk about that a little bit. What is the interest? Why do you do those things?
Connection. I just feel like, you know what, no matter, even if you live in another state, there's just always that connection, right? Like through those events, I've made like really great friends. And I mean, friends that I've been friends with for years now. And I've been on their podcast and I've done events with them. So again, it's just a connection.
Well, and that's important. So connecting with people, and it's funny because not everybody is meant to connect.
That's true.
Right. For Karen Owens, what is a red flag for connecting with people that you start talking with them? What is the red flag that says, maybe we're not meant to connect?
If I'm in a dark alley or something, I want to connect with you.
Well, right. Well, when they say things like, give me your purse, and I'm in an alley, of course. Let's just say you're at an event.
Yeah.
And you're meeting a bunch of great people.
Yeah.
Where there's that one. There's always one.
Yeah.
That comes up and they start talking to you, and there's some key words there, right? Because listen, you know how to read people pretty well. What are those? What are some key words where you're like, you know what? Not for me.
Some key words. I don't know. I'm probably that person that's going to stand and listen to you.
Well, you will. And you will. But would you reach back out?
Maybe just a nice, you know, if they gave me their card, it was great meeting you. And
yes, that's just what makes you way better than me, because I'm the guy that just cuts them off and says, sorry, we're done. So when my triggers are when I'm talking to people and the first thing that comes out of their mouth is, well, I'm kind of a big deal. Let me tell you how awesome I am. That usually is a turn off for me, because that means that you're not out to help other people. You're out for yourself. It's usually a sign of that. Anybody that wants to brag about themselves is usually hiding something. You know, when I talk to people and they tell me, listen, I talked to one guy not too long ago, and he was like, I'm like, what is your goal? He's like, my goal is to help at least 7 million people before I die. And I was like, that's awesome. Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it was, just help. Right. He wants to have a purpose, and having a purpose is more meaningful to him than anything. So when you connect with people, you find the right who that know the how anyway. So why would you go outside a great network to do anything? Right. And then you and I, you came to my networking group.
I did.
Shared Connections, which is now a podcast.
Yes.
By the way. So, we've been in some trenches together a little bit. And we had some fun. We did a lot of laughing. I think it was more laughing, Nico, than anything.
Probably that. Yeah.
I go to the place where you work, and I don't know if you want me to mention them out there.
Yeah, for sure.
A to Z Chiropractic. What a bunch of great people.
Yeah.
So you're already networked in greatness. The owners over there, fantastic. Literally, there was like a line dance happening when I walked in. It was so goofy.
Yeah.
And you were filming it.
Of course.
And then you guys cut that up and you put it out on social media.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
So tell me the story of how you really realized that connecting with people is your superpower.
Honestly, I think it was my Uncle Johnny, who is 87, who is like my greatest role model. I always say he's the original influencer, before everybody recorded feeding the homeless and, saving everything. He just did it out of the kindness of his heart. And he always, I remember us when we were young. I'm not going to cry. Hold on.
Cry.
No crying. I have waterproof mascara on. No, just
I said I wasn't going to do this.
I said I wasn't going to do this. Damn it, you always bring this out of me. No, he, when I was young, he is like a father to me. So my cousins, they lost their dad young to cancer. So he always had the four of us, and he took us to a Cubs game, and he was just talking to the guy who was just, sweeping the janitor, whatever, just sweeping. He's like, next thing you know, we're running the bases. He said, these kids are from the suburbs, and he always, like, again, no matter where you are, what you do, just always treat people with kindness, and not to do something to like expect to come out of it. But, hey, I mean, I was, a kid, and I was like, and really feel just running the bases and having a great time. And but he is, he's the person who, is that even the question? The tears, I don't know. He's just the person who has always just showed me to, like, you never know who you're going to meet.
That's right.
By a conversation. Right. I mean, that has happened to me. Trader Joe's is a great place for that, by the way. Like, it is really
Why Trader
great.
Joe's?
I don't know. There's just something about that energy and that vibe from them. And I've had people just give me flowers. Like, all of a sudden they're in front of me and they turn around and say, here, have a great day. And I'm like, oh my gosh, for me. And like, so I've done it it's just like that ripple effect. Right. So I don't know.
You're not the person that just goes, I gotta go back to Trader Joe's. I'm having a low day. Somebody needs to hand me a flower. That sounds cool.
You're blowing my cover.
I like you. So I love how you bring up the fact. Let's circle back a little bit. You brought up the fact. First of all, Uncle Johnny. Everybody's got an Uncle Johnny. I love that. Uncle Johnny sounds like he's definitely an originator.
Yeah.
My parents taught me, you don't do things for something in return when you're actually truly helping somebody. And if you're filming it, it's for you, not them. So it's always the man or the woman that's doing something to help somebody without recording it. That's really in it to win it. If you're recording it, it's more so like, look what I did.
Sometimes I will say I do post some of the stuff I do, but I always say, I don't want you to tell me you're a great person. I want you to be inspired to do something for somebody else, or, like, get involved in your community, just things 100%. Like that.
I think too, because we're from a different generation. And, that's how we were taught. But realistically, in today's generation, putting that out there makes other people want to do it.
Absolutely.
So it is okay to actually go, if you're going to go help somebody, if you're going to go help the homeless, okay, that's great. You want to film it, that's great. But if you're the one, I'm going to do it once guy, okay, sure, that video is for you, for people to be like, sure, look what you did. But if that's what your model is, and you're out, I just saw a video of a guy who drives up, and there was a single father on the side of the road with his kids, and they just got booted from the extended stay hotel. He lost his wife's cancer, and so now he's lost his job. ran out of money, literally just ran out of money. And the guy was like, let's bring you back to the hotel. I'll pay for X amount of time. And then our next goal is to find you a job, and our next goal. And he kept saying our next goal. And then helped this man all the way through, and then got donations for him.
Yeah.
And the guy was appreciative. How, it's so hard when somebody holds up that sign.
Yeah.
You don't know anymore. Is this a scam? Is it not a scam?
Right.
Why he's got new gym shoes on.
Yeah.
How did you afford those?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
and you just never know anybody's story.
You just don't really know.
Yeah.
And I understand that. But you're the person to do that. You're the person that would turn around and give the flower.
Absolutely.
I know that 100% of you.
I'm an empath. Like, it's good and it's bad. But
it can be, sure.
It can be, yeah. But
sure.
it breaks my heart. Well, now I'm going off subject, but it breaks my heart to see somebody standing on the street, whether regardless, like you said, if it's true or not, it's not my thing to judge. It's just my, I'm just trying to help.
It's not our place, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. So connecting.
Yep.
So it's very similar to myself. I'm a serial connector, just like you. We hunt them down, we find them, we build a massive network. And
you're going to talk to me whether you like it or not.
Right. I know you're trying to escape the room, right? As well as I can talk about an apple for 3 hours, where my wife's like, you've been in line at Walmart talking to the guy for 5 hours. We're waiting in the car. Let's go. But once again, you never know. The stories are so interesting, and you never know who you're coming across. And then you meet another person where you're like, ooh, I got to introduce you to this other awesome person that I met.
It's kind of like, I got a guy. Like, right. Okay, 100%. I got a guy for that. Yeah.
Now my business model is made of that.
Yeah.
I got a guy.
Yeah.
So I love it. So that's why we are connecting the dots with Karen Owens. So let's start connecting a few of the dots to help people connect the dots. Were you shy at all ever?
Yes.
Were you?
Yes.
How did you break that shell?
Opportunity, right? Like, it just, if I'm gonna miss an opportunity because I'm just like, oh gosh, I don't know if I should talk to them, and a lot of times I probably don't even know half what I'm saying. Like, some of the people I've met, like influencers and stuff like that. I mean, I just say the stupidest things, but you know what? Now they know who I am.
Well, that's just it, though, right? I mean, listen, authenticity is key.
Absolutely, right.
Otherwise you're just, I am Karen Owens, the robot. Beep. You never really know who you are.
Right.
My wife is so goofy.
Yeah.
She stutters all the time. She steps over a word. She puts words in wrong places.
Yes,
and it makes everybody laugh.
Yeah, absolutely.
But she's also smart as the dickens.
Yeah.
She's so smart. Smarter than me. I don't even know why she's with me. People must think I have money. And she's good looking, so I don't even know how that happened either. But at the same time, it's the quirks, the flaws to find your character.
Yeah.
You can adjust your hair and your makeup all you want, but really the person that you are is looking through your eyes.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
And if you're transparent with that, people have to accept you for that. Right? I mean, when you're connecting those dots, otherwise, see you, or do you send a thank you letter? I don't know. This sounds like you would.
I have one in my bag for after the show.
Here's a goodie bag for the door. I love it. So you were shy, so opportunity struck.
Yeah.
And then you kind of broke that shell.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I kind of also too, I got divorced. And I was literally working my butt off. I was teaching special ed. I worked at the cottage. Shout out to the cottage at night.
Shout out, yo.
I went back to school for special ed. I did an internship. Like, I mean, it was talk about like, my favorite artist, Eminem, like you only get one shot. I was like, and I'm like, okay, am I just going to sit here or am I going to let that, those
in your life.
I mean, those opportunities just passed me by. And I mean, it definitely led me to where I am now. But I was a little shy in the beginning and now I'm just
No, you're definitely not shy now. You'd be like, hey, in a funeral, can I talk to you later? We're in a funeral, Karen. Why the podcast?
So
other than me overselling it to
you. Honestly, I was telling Nick this earlier. I mean, I actually started a podcast like probably 10 years ago with one of my friends. It was called Talking is Healing. We did one episode and it was more like, okay, I do want to do this. And like you've had people pass away and stuff. And I just kind of think too, right? I mean, I am going to be cliche. Life is so short, but I want to make impact, and I don't like, I want to take out the being perfect and stuff like that and just do it. So that's what I was like, okay, you guys made it so easy. Like so easy.
216creativestudios.com.
No, you did.
For us there, you go.
Absolutely. So it was just so easy. And why not take this opportunity?
So the podcast, what is it? What are we doing? What is this about? Are we having guests?
Yeah.
What are we looking forward to there? I'm excited.
Yeah. Just connections. I feel like it might be, I might have somebody on that you're like, oh my gosh, that's my girl, or that's my guy that I didn't know I, needed. And just for, again, opportunities for people to tell their stories and to connect, you might see yourself in one of my guests and, be like, oh my gosh, wow. And again, I mean, and two, I mean, I'm not, I'm turned 55 this year, not getting any younger. And it's like, why not just take that shot and just do it? And instead of sitting back, I'm kind of repeating myself of,
That's okay.
Make it perfect and all that. Is there any, I mean, I've had a lot of stuff going on in my life, but is there ever a perfect time? No. So.
Yeah, no, great answer, by the way. Great answer. So I'm gonna ask a goofy, very structured question.
Mm-hmm.
Karen, what are your fun facts?
You said you weren't going to ask me.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to ask it exactly how we structured it. Fun facts about Karen Owens. No, tell me some awesome things. What are things about you that people need to know?
People need to know. Let's see. Again, I'm very authentic. I'm the person you could call. I mean, I'm not going to get my cell phone number, not right now, but I mean, you could call me at 3:00 in the morning. I would be there for you.
Yeah.
I definitely would. And just, I like to, again, like being cliche, like, just have fun. Nobody, the last couple nights I've been to a couple of concerts, like local concerts, just dancing in the rain, and you know what? Nobody gives up. Beep. Just have fun and be authentic and be yourself.
Yes.
So I feel like that is a great connection right there. You can kind of, like you said, I'm going to say, read through people's bullshit, or like, if, you're like, wanting something from me or whatever, I just want you to be authentic.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Show your cards, man.
Mm-hmm.
Life's too short.
Life is too short.
It just is.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask a few other goofy questions for you so people get to know Karen Owens, KO, as I like to say, because you were knocked out. You're a coffee person, right? What's your favorite coffee order?
So
Is it like a maca laca frappa chapa?
That's exactly what I love about maca chakalaka.
It's gonna be one of those.
I just like coffee with cream with some honey in there. But whenever I go to Starbucks, I just all of a sudden I'm right at the drive-through, and I just say, "White chocolate mocha grande, please." Hot. Like it just comes out. I don't even want it.
And you're like, what happened? Where did I just?
And then I'm like, wait, I can actually pay like $3 for just a coffee with cream and honey, and I don't need all the other stuff or all those calories. But yeah. But I'm just a regular,
Well, it's a good answer.
Thanks.
I have kids that go through Starbucks.
Yeah.
And I have to memorize an arm length dictionary of what needs to go in those drinks. And I'm like, you just paid $30 for a cup of coffee. Yeah. That's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. That app though, that helps.
The app helps?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know. That's where I'm at.
So
it doesn't have a lever.
Hit me up for some.
Feel free to send the check Starbucks for the free promotion to 216 Creative Studios. Laughing is healing. and medicine.
Yep.
What makes you laugh? What was the last thing that made you laugh? Like really laugh? Like belly laugh, like can't breathe, started snorting and drooling kind of laugh.
Were you filming me in that?
I might have. It sounds right.
Were you there? Was that you in the bushes?
Everybody says that to me, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure that happens to everybody when they get into that.
Honestly, laugh. You mentioned A to Z. I have to say, Dr. Zach and Vicky that I work with.
Yeah, Zach's awesome.
We laugh so hard.
He's awesome too.
Like, and so Saturday night, I had said I went to a couple of concerts, whatever, and we were at the Crystal Lake Fest, and Vicky and I were just like dancing and laughing, and just like you said, where it was like belly ache laughing, and you know, somebody might have peed in their pants. I don't know.
Was that somebody you? I fell in the lake. Swear to God, folks, I fell in the lake.
Gosh, I'm really being authentic. No, but I do think that like when someone that contagious laughter, right? That energy, and you just feel like that, and I don't know, I love that. I love to make people feel so good and welcomed, and you know, we always do this too, where like I'm a hugger. I'm gonna hug you even if you don't want to hug it. Right. Like my 4'11" body is like this.
You're squeezing. I always have to announce that because some people are like, nope, I'm not a hugger. I'm like, well, you're gonna be today.
Yeah.
You know, here comes the lawsuit.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
You know, warm and I grew up in a warm and fuzzy, crazy Italian household, mind you. But there wasn't a day where even men on cousins, my guy cousins would be like, come here, I love you, buddy.
Yeah.
Give me a big bear hug, maybe a kiss on the head. Now stay out of trouble. And they'd throw me to the ground, you know, but that you knew there was authentic love there. Unconditional, I should say, which was always that you knew you had somebody in your corner, no matter what. And you know, we built relationships. I grew up in the city, to where during the time of that era in the 80s, neighbors would yell at me for being an idiot and then dragging me home to my parents to catch a beating because I did dumb. Right? But they were also the first ones where we're playing outside and be like, did you eat? Come on, call your father. Let him know you're eating lunch here today.
Yeah.
They'd be the first ones to feed me. They'd make sure that we're not dying, right? Staying out of trouble of some kind, disciplining us. It took a village.
Yeah.
So that was also unconditional love from neighbors, and they felt like family.
Yeah.
Which was today is an odd thing, you know, because you just, you know, like, oh, the guy waving at me on his porch has, you know, a barrel of dead people under his stairs. You just don't know.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
So you always have to be super careful. Yeah. Now they hide in the house. They don't go out in the sun.
Right.
You and I, we're like, you know, we're out fishing. We're out fishing for people to talk to.
Always.
Yeah. And that's what makes it fun. That's why Connecting the Dots, I think it's an important show because listen, folks, if you're out there and you want to be that, some people want to be that person. They just don't know how. This is the podcast for you. This is what you need to watch. And feel free to leave a comment below and let us know what your thoughts are, and maybe even want to be a guest on the show. We'd be happy to first of all vet you out, make sure you're, you know, not just stalking Karen. You know, like I like your eyes.
I do actually get a lot of compliment on my eyes.
Well, you should, because they're gorgeous. You know, can I say that right now? Okay. So tell me a story about you and your childhood.
Oh gosh.
That describes your personality to a T.
A helper. Like I've always been. I mean, Tell
me a story.
Oh, I'll tell you a story.
Give me a story. Once upon a time.
God, it's gonna go dark. I didn't have a great childhood, so So I complete opposite of you getting all the love. I completely got the opposite. Sure. And my dad, mentally ill, Vietnam vet, you know, all the things, abusive to my mom. So I saw a lot of really bad stuff as a kid. And so again, like I was always like the helper of wanting, I think that's definitely like the empath, right? Like I genuinely want to help you. And I want like pain to go away and, all the things. And I try to be that.
Yeah.
That's a lot on these shoulders sometimes.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
So, that's a good origin story. I mean, listen, and so I think perception is key to anything.
Yeah.
Warm and fuzzy at my house was being told, but was it always warm and fuzzy? Absolutely not.
No, right.
My father was a serious alcoholic.
Yeah.
Mom taught us everything. Dad was never home.
Yeah.
There was a lot of everybody's got a yin and yang.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So it's how you perceive us, right? If that's what created the Karen Owens we did today.
Well, I told you that's like my Uncle Johnny. That is the person I saw do all of those amazing things.
That was your mentor.
And I didn't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Like he would just make that time and just drive from the city to pick us up in the suburbs and without blinking an eye, so I saw everything from him. Like he is the person, like you said, story. He's my person. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you do a lot of events. Have you been anything lately?
So I'm going to do another event with actually Mabel, who and another lady. So
Mabel.
Yeah. So, I want to do it for, senior citizens. I feel like I do a lot of stuff. I've done safe families, stuff like that for children or kids in need, but senior citizens, I feel like they get overlooked a lot of times and it's underfunded. So we're going to do like a girls' night. It's called at the Grand Victoria, September 11th. And it's going to be called like Senior Stories. And just like, I feel like the elderly have so much wisdom and just
a connection I'm going to give you. See, this is how this works.
Yeah.
Right. So Libby Parkin did a Let's Talk Local here at the studios. Young girl. She was working at a senior center and absolutely found a best friend out of one of the seniors. And now she created a non-for-profit in order to go and spend time with seniors with different crafts and stuff like that. I want to connect you.
Yeah.
So this event might even be great for her as well. And you guys know each other would be great. So make sure we connect them.
Awesome. Yeah. No, I think that is my brother moved my mom to California last year and it's been a huge struggle. But I visited the place she recently lived at with like a couple of ladies that's more independent and living, and I brought somebody, it was somebody's birthday. My mom asked me to bring something and just they invited me in and sitting there and just listening to it's like we're all going to be there one day, right? Sure. So I don't know, I just think that companionship, like you said, how Libby does that, and you never know, but they just again have just such wisdom. They've lived life.
Yes.
And I think it's important to listen to them.
Well, not only that, I mean, how interesting those stories could really be. I was talking with a gentleman about a year ago who lived through the Bonnie and Clyde days and was like telling stories. And I was like, what?
That's amazing.
Right? Like what it was like back then. Listen here, Shay. And he literally would say that all the time. I've had some older people that would be in I worked at Chairs and Roebuck, Shay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, you say C for everything, like in the movies. So that was a real thing.
Yeah.
But you get those stories from them. And listen, some of them don't remember who they are.
Yeah.
1 minute to the next minute. They might confuse you to be their kid. But it gives them that sense that somebody's actually there.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
So you're doing Lord's work on that one.
Yeah.
I love that. Good for you.
I'm trying.
Good for you.
Thanks.
What about into the farther into the future? What are the goals? We're going from podcast. What are we doing? Networking group, mastermind. What are we doing?
I don't know. We're gonna see where
you're gonna play by your rollers night.
Yeah.
You get Mabel on the show.
Yeah. I get in those things where, I've done that where you do the vision boards and all that. And sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just trust the process. I'm where I'm supposed to be. And you know what? I keep like connecting with different things. And instead of trying to see that big picture of, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Like kind of like how I did when I started today. I had my stuff written out and I was like, oh gosh. And now look at me.
And I was like, you wrote it out? What a nerd. I think this show is really going to kick hard. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see the guests that you're going to have on. Yeah. This is just a pilot today. You get to know a little bit about Karen Owens today. Listen, we're already 30 minutes in.
What?
How far do you want to go? Right?
I'm good with the 30.
Are you good with the 30?
I don't know. We can, whatever. What else you got for me?
Well, let's see. Yeah. You like to travel a lot, right?
Yeah.
Where have you been and where are you going to go?
Probably just back to Arizona. I was just recently in Huntington Beach visiting my mom, my brother, my sister-in-law. Oh, so cool. Yeah. Oh. Beautiful.
That's cool.
Beautiful. Yeah. I like 2 of my kids live in Arizona, so I love doing the hiking and stuff like that. So.
Where in Arizona?
In Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
You go through Scottsdale at all?
Yeah. Because that one event that I usually go to, which I'm not going to go to this year, but that's in Scottsdale.
That's in Scottsdale. Yeah, I lived in Scottsdale for 6.5 years. And I lived in Tucson for 2 years.
Oh yeah.
So I'm very familiar with Arizona. And listen, as a shy Italian, where I'm used to 4 seasons, yes, wintertime in shorts on golf courses, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Summertime, not for this fat guy. No way. No way. So brutal.
It is. I know. I go back and forth where I'm like, I love it, but then I don't know. There's something about like the seasons, right? Like the change of everything.
Well, for Prescott, if you're Prescott, you get seasons. But it's never, that's what's great. That's why it's expensive.
Yeah.
Because it never goes drastic in either direction.
Right.
You might get a little snow, wear a little parka.
Yeah.
Watch the horses, wintertime, and give you that, wow, this is Christmas footage, right? And then springtime, you get the beautiful sun. Fall time, you get the leaves. You get a little bit of everything. Summertime doesn't hit past like 80.
Yeah.
85. In wintertime, doesn't get below like 60 degrees or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so you got to place yourself. But know this, just like anything, where there's great weather comes the cost.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
but also too, everything. I mean, like now, I've built so much here. It's kind of like,
oh yeah, to me, I've learned that weather isn't everything.
Right.
It's the people you're around.
Yeah.
And and sometimes when I'm blue, I want it to rain.
And it is kind of nice because then you're like, you can do stuff in your house. Where like if it's a sunny day, you're like, oh, yeah, you feel guilty. Yeah. When we get hit with our crazy, so here in Chicago, we get traffic, construction, and winter. That's what we get, right? There's no real in between. Yeah. But let's just say snowstorm happens, right? It's a good day to get some stuff done. Yeah. For sure.
You're not missing out outside.
Yeah.
Change of pace.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Yeah. So a good stew. Never heard anybody.
Like the crock pot when you walk in and it like that smell. Right? They're so good. It's like all memories of stuff.
That's right. Yeah. Favorite smell.
I knew you were going to ask me that.
Favorite smell.
I said you.
I know. I don't blame you. Listen.
You smell like stew.
I smell like stew some days. Some days I smell like garlic. Some days I smell like candy. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just.
That's why everybody needs to do a podcast here.
I'm going to, how people have a kissing booth? I'm going to have a smelling booth.
Okay.
Yeah. I got to charge for it.
We'll set that up in the fall.
That's right.
That's the next show.
That's right.
I actually, I do love that comfort smell, like on like a November, actually the smell of Thanksgiving. There's something about that.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I love that smell. But you mean like an everyday smell?
Yeah, like
Bath and Body Works candles.
Okay.
Shout out to Bath and Body Works.
That's right.
You want to send the check to?
Tell me something unusual about you.
Oh, unusual.
I'm trying to throw you off a little bit. I want some like when I mentioned gasoline. Right? Not everybody likes the smell of gasoline, but for some reason I'm like, I love the smell of gasoline. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like
at the gas pump when you just kind of like have it on your hands.
That you do or a quirk that you have that not too many people know about.
I don't know too many. I mean, I'm always singing and dancing in the car. Like at a stoplight, when you see people just like this, I'm like, just like that. And then they'll look at me. Sometimes they'll dance. Sometimes they won't dance. Sometimes they're crazy. The light goes green real quick. But again, it's like bringing that energy. I like I'd rather be like this, because I feel like, again, my childhood, if I went too far down, I might go down.
Sure.
So I try to like,
stay that.
I just try to get like my mindset on the right spot.
Well, listen, part of my having 2 kids.
Yep.
I like to embarrass them.
Yes.
That's my job.
Yes.
They don't understand, Karen, that that's my job.
Yes.
I'm the guy that jumps on the Target shopping cart drivable thing.
I could see that.
And then chases them around being like, why don't you love me?
Yes.
Really loud. And they're like, oh my God.
Yes.
Dad,
Yes. Well, I told you this before, and this is, so I have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. And then I have 2 stepdaughters, and my 2 live in Arizona, and my lucky Nick, shout out to the Nicks, is a fireman for Huntley. And
shout out to firemen in Huntley.
Yes. Well, yeah, sorry. But unfortunately for him, his mother lives in Huntley and shops at the Huntley Walmart, and I will see them, the boys, like we like to call them. Well, I call them. So,
like, Nick, here comes your mom. They call
actually, they do. They take selfies and send it to him, and then he says, "If you see this woman, call the police immediately." And they did. You know how the firemen do the boot? They stand on the corner and do that. So last year, on the corner, they were out there, and I knew he was going to be like around that area. So then I was like, hey, where's Nick Russell? And then they're like, Nick. And then he said, my Nicky Noodle. Oh, sorry, Nick, that's the embarrassing part. So then they said, Nicky Noodle, your mom's here, screaming through the intersections. And so, of course, I had to put extra money in the boot for him. But but my kids are not like me on that. Where they're not going to be doing that.
Entire story is, ladies and gentlemen, if you go to Huntley Fire Department and you call out for Nicky Noodle, Karen's probably going to get a phone call.
I'm probably, I'm like, and how you said, you know what? I am so proud of him obviously being that, and I said, you are going to remember that one day and I always joke too. So his fiance, her name is Karen. How crazy, right? I said, you love your mommy so much. You have to marry your girl.
Love the obituary. It's like mother of Nicky Noodle.
Wait, it's so crazy. She's going to be Karen Russell. That was like my marriage. Like, I feel like I feel like I need to pass you a torch at the wedding, or I need to do something. But yeah, so
that's cool.
I know we got to embarrass our kids, right? Absolutely. Like that's kind of what, like you said.
I'll do bird calls.
Yes.
When they're,
what's your best? What's your best bird call?
Well, it's more of a noise.
Okay. I don't know what that is.
Nobody knows what that is.
Okay.
Except my wife and kids. That's how I find them. They're like, oh, there he is. I'm over here, Dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody does that bird call.
Nobody does that.
What's your bird call?
I have a pigeon and a crow.
Let's hear it.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Hold on. I might need to
go for it.
Okay. Wait, hold on. I might need water. Hold on.
Wait, don't hurt yourself doing this now. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't try this at home.
Luckily, I work for a chiropractor. Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, let me do my pigeon first. Wait.
Wow.
And hear my crow. Wait.
Okay.
Well, it's usually better.
So if Kent is watching this, who loves birds, he absolutely is terrified of birds.
Wait, who loves birds?
Kent is terrified of birds.
So now he's like in the other room going.
We had birds in the studio flying around. He wouldn't come here for weeks.
Okay, yeah.
That's good though. So is that what you throw out there looking for the kids?
No, I just.
Oh, that's just mine at least made sense. I at least do that to get hold of my family.
Maybe my
I just like to do that in public, throw out a couple birds.
Well, like if I see, sometimes I guess I do it. My kids are like, what are you even doing? I'm like, maybe that's my quirky thing that nobody knows. So now if I see you in Trader Joe's, I'm just going to do.
Listen, if you are at Trader Joe's or see Karen anywhere and hand her a flower and ask her to do the bird call.
Okay.
And make sure you film it and post it on your socials.
Yes. And tag us all.
That way we know you've watched Connecting the Dots.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I think we're out of time.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
What a great first start.
Thank you guys.
I absolutely looking forward to we have this being released when
July 15th at 12 p.m.
July 15th?
Okay.
12 p.m. July 15th,
awesome.
2025, 12 p.m. Okay. And then we will be on a consistent of what is it?
Second week of the month.
Second week of the month, guys. Second week of the month. Check her out. Check us out. Check out the podcast. Check out our other shows. Go back to that Google box. 216 Creator Studios on YouTube. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Ding that bell for the future notifications. We appreciate your support. And until next time, folks.
Bye.
Connect those dots.
Connect those dots.